Okay. So let us first discuss let us have an introduction to research so that you all know ano nga ba, bakit nga ba kailangan natin mag-conduct ng research? Bakit nga ba kailangan natin itong gawin? Bakit nga ba kailangan na magkaroon pa tayo ng research? Bakit kailangan kong mahirapan, no? Do not think that that the- a research is a burden to you. Kasi lahat ng ating na lahat ng ating ah, kumbaga ay na-experience sa panahon ngayon is a product of research. So we have to be thankful do sa mga tao na nagpapakahirap talaga kung ah, to conduct a research. Now, ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng research? It is from a prefix word which means yung which means again, anew or over again. Always remember and bear in mind that um, di ba, after conducting a research, it does not end there. Ito ay isang cycle. Kasi di ba may mga sinasabi sila doon sa kanilang study na recommendation. Ito yung mga hindi nila nagawa sa kanilang mga study. Ito yung mga hindi nila na-perform doon sa kanilang study. Kaya naman, we have to do it again. We have to redo it. Hindi naman to totally redo, but then again, do it over again. And aside from which is dun sa research, we also have the search. A verb meaning to examine closely and carefully, to test and try, or to prove. Kasi nga naman, kaya siya ay research. Ibig sabihin, gawin ulit ng panibago kasi there are somewhat mga feedback na nakita, may mga enhancement na nakita dun sa research na hindi naman na-perform dun sa kinandak na research at ginawa nilang limitation. So, pwede siyang gawin talaga ng mga kasunod or ng mga future researcher. Now, a research is a structured inquiry that utilizes acceptable scientific methodology. When we say scientific methodology, we are using the process of um, sequence. We have to go through a certain steps to solve certain problems and create new knowledge. A research should add or would have an additional knowledge or create new knowledge that is generally applicable. The scientific method here consists of systematic observation. It could be classification and interpretation of data. We do not just focuses on the observation but rather on how we are going to interpret the data. Kasi 'di ba, there are two kinds of research na kinakandak natin. It could be a quantitative or a qualitative research. When we say quantitative, that's more on dahil siya ay may data, we have the numbers, so yun yung ating ini-interpret. For the qualitative research naman, these are purely made on observation, on the different interviews, yung mga uh, open-ended interviews. A research also is a truth-seeking activity which contributes to the knowledge aimed at describing or explaining the world, conducted by those with a high level of proficiency of expertise. So meaning, kayo bilang mga nagkakandak na ng research, kayo na kumbaga ay doing the research, you have a what we call the expertise to conduct the research. So as per Corinne of 2007. Now, it is designed and the capstone or the research is designed to encourage students to think critically, of course. Kasi we do not need to be biased. We do not need to um, think of, ay sige, okay na yan. Or we do not need to think of, um, basta makapag-decide lang. But then again, it encourages you to think critically. Kasi kinakailangan ay alamin natin ang bawat corner, alamin natin ang bawat sulok ng inyong ginagawa na research. It also solve challenging problems. Not just a simple problem, but a challenging problem. Halimbawa, dito sa Sariaya, ano ba yung magagawa natin to solve the yung traffic? Ano, ano ba ang magagawa natin to solve yung tungkol sa tubig? Ano, before nalaman ko through the conducted research of the students, yung may mga bahay pala dito or may mga sitio pala dito na wala pa talagang mga pampalikuran sa kani-kanilang mga bahay, na sariling pampalikuran. So, kumbaga, that is an eye-opening. Ano, yung ah, mga problems na nakikita natin, by doing the research, it can solve those challenging problems. It also develops skills such as the oral communication, public speaking, kasi di ba you have to have or you need to have to interview, you need to conduct um, survey which needs to have your oral communication skills and public speaking. Kapag kayo ay nagkakaroon ng tinatawag natin or sinasabi natin na ano nga ito, yung parang siya ay ipine-present, so that is a public speaking, hindi kinakailangan na tayo ay nahihiya. Ano, you need to also develop your research skills, the media literacy skills, yan. Kasi syempre, hindi lang basta tayo gumagamit ng iba't ibang mga devices, ng mga iba't ibang mga technology, we should have the proper skills to do it. The teamwork, kasi 'di ba kaya nga kayo ay merong mga kagrupo na pinili. It's because you have to work on a teamwork. Kaya sabi ko nga, ano, palagi kong binabanggit na kinakailangan na kayo ay meron po kayo nung sinasabi natin na ah, teamwork. Na from the very beginning up to the end, kayo po ay magkakasama at kayo pa rin yung magkakagrupo. Planning, ano, self-sufficiency, and goal setting. Before you conducted a research, you have to have the plans. Hindi pwede na sasabihin nyo, ay, ito kasi yung gusto ko. Ay, ito yung gusto kong gawin. Dapat pinaplano natin yan. You should know your interest. Alin nga ba yung interest ko? O ano nga ba yung interest ko? And from that interest, you draw a certain topic. Kinakailangan nating mag-research, kinakailangan nating magbasa. We have to look for the different review of related literature and studies. And with that, uh, magkakaroon kayo ng maayos na plano para makapag-conduct ng research and makakapag-create kayo ng sarili ninyong goal. You have to apply as well the skills or investigate issues across many different subject areas or domain of knowledge. Now, bilang isang mga estudyante na nagkakandak ng research, we are conducting research in the different kinds of fields such as, halimbawa, sabi niya, psychology, for the businesses, for the tourism management, for the hospitality, different information technology, for the education, agriculture. So lahat ng yan pwede nating gawan, makapag-investigate ng iba't ibang issues across many different subjects. And from there, kailangan nating magkanda, kailangan nating magbasa, kailangan kasi nating tulungan ang bawat isa. I just want to remind them, now, when you are conducting our research, it does not mean na isang tao lamang yung kailangan natin na mapagbigyan or isang tao lamang yung inyo pong magbe-benefit diyan. Hindi po pwede yun. Mas maganda, better na for the betterment of others, for the benefit of everyone, of an organization, not just an individual. Kasi we are conducting research, imagine niyo ha, ang lahat ng mga na-experience natin ngayon is a product of research. Ang mga aircon is a product of research. Ang inyong mobile phone is a product of research. Ang television is a product of research, which means it makes our life more easier. Now, with that, kinakailangan na we have to investigate every issues in the different subject areas or domain of knowledge. It also connect projects to community issues or problems. Kaya nga, sabi ko mas maganda na we are focusing on the community issues. Kasi yung project or yung inyong mga nakikita at nakikita sa community ay pwede nating ma-solve. Integrate outside of school learning experiences such as interviews, scientific observation, and internship. ito kasing internship sometimes kasi kapag halimbawa kayo ay gusto ninyong ang inyong research is about yung ethnography, yan, yun yung ano nyo, or kaya naman ay gusto nyo malaman yung yung ugali ng isang estudyante, bakit ganito, bakit ganyan. So, ini-immerse ninyo yung sarili ninyo through the observation or proper observation, pero kumbaga parang gusto niyo malaman kung bakit siya gano'n, kaya naman, doon sa kanilang bahay, eh, di kasama ka niya, do'n ka muna tumitira. Paglabas niya kasama ka mo din siya, pagbalik niya kasama mo rin siya. So para siyang internship. Ano, ito yung ginagawa natin kapag tayo ay nagkakaroon halimbawa ng mga different kinds of case study. Yan. Interview, yan. It could be a yung ano natin, yung open-ended and interview and close-ended interview. Mas maganda nga sometimes ay yung mga open-ended interview kasi doon tayo nakakakuha ng mga deeper understanding on the subject matter o doon sa ating mga topic na gusto nating paggawa ng research. So ano nga ba yung goal ng capstone or research? It also increased the academic rigor of a senior year. So, since kayo ay nasa senior year na, of course, it increased the rigor of senior years. Or, kumbaga parang panagsasama-sama natin yung kanyang yung mga natutunan ninyo, it enhances your knowledge, it enhances your skills. It also increases student motivation and engagement. Kasi nga, dito kapag nagkakandak na kayo ng research, kailangan nyo talaga na may magkaroon ng matinding motivation, magkaroon ng maayos na engagement from one company or one person to another. Increase educational and career aspiration. Kasi dito mas napapatindi natin yung pagmamahal natin sa kung ano yung pinili natin na craft. Okay? Ganun din ay ang tawag dito, yung pag-improve ng inyong self-confidence and self-perception. Kasi dito naman pinapakita natin yung dahil kumbaga may mga nakakausap na kayo na iba-ibang tao, nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga confidence sa ating sarili kasi most of us sometimes nagiging shy tayo. Kumbaga ay hindi natin ayaw nating nakikipag-usap, lalo tigit yung mga estudyante na introvert kung tawagin. And with that, ang hirap sa kanila na makipag-usap, ang hirap sa kanila nung magkaroon ng tinatawag na oral communication. Dahil nga ipinapaalala sa atin na ang research would mean to create the public speaking, enhances the oral communication, so you will improve your self-confidence and your self-perceptions. And also, it demonstrates learning and proficiency. So, how can you relate? How can you relate what you have already learned in accomplishing a capstone or your project natin or yung ating research? So, this is just what we called, kumbaga ay parang guide question sa inyo. Kayo na lamang ang tumugon niyan. Now, before we move on, let us discuss first the qualities of a good researcher. Kasi bilang isang mag-aaral na nagre-research, kinakailangan ay alam natin ano ba yung mga katangian na kinakailangan namin na dalhin, mga katangian na kailangan naming linangin para kumbaga ay mas mapaganda pa namin yung research. For you have the research-oriented. Kinakailangan you knew how to read every review of related studies and literature, not just online, but rather yung mga books, yung mga dati ng mga studies and literature na kailangan natin po na basahin. Kaya dapat tayo research-oriented. And as you all know, hindi po tayo, or yung sinasabi ko dito ay may mga times talaga na hindi tayo nagkikita. Kasi intended yun para kayo makapag-research, intended yun para mabigyan kayo ng maraming time to conduct the research, para maging kayong isang research-oriented. And E for efficient. Ano? Pag sinabi natin na efficient, of course, kailangan alam natin kung paano i-manipulate, not manipulating, that's not the proper term, ano. But rather, para mas maging tayo ay sinasabi natin na para yung process, ma-achieve natin yung maximum productivity or desired result with a minimum possible use of resources, time, and energy. So, para maiwasan natin uh, waste and maximizing output relative to the input. It also a scientific. Pag sinabi nating scientific, it is in a process of uh, sequence. Hindi pwede tayong tumalon from one point to another. Hindi po tayong pwedeng tumalon na, ay, ako ay nasa chapter 1 na, okay na ako, magkakandak na ako, magsa-survey na ako, magpapa-expert evaluation ako. No, hindi po pwede yung ganun. Ano, we have to go through with the proper steps, the correct way of how to conduct a research. It must be effective, or you must be effective. Paano natin masasabi na kayo ay effective? Okay? Kasi pag sinabi nating effective, it is successfully produces a desired, intended, or striking result. So, dapat nakuha ninyo kung ano yung result na gusto ninyong mangyari. Pero, without manipulating the result, ha? So, bilang isang researcher, kailangan nating maipakita yung desired natin, yung flame na I want to graduate, I want to create something else, I want to change the community. And that's the time, based dun sa inyong nabigay kunyari na result from your research, a product of your research, ay naging makita natin na effective. A for active, yan. Since kayo ay magkakagrupo, kinakailangan every student should be very active. Why? It's because halimbawa, di ba kunyari tigta-tatlo kayo, kaya nga ayoko ng 4. Kasi kung kayo 4, isang documenter, isang nag-a-analyze, isang nag-i-interview, anong gagawin ng isa? Kaya mas gusto ko sana kung halimbawa 3 lang. Kasi sila merong ginagawa. Active sila dun sa kinakandak nila na research. And there are times kasi kapag 4 na ay talagang nag-aasahan na. Nagkakaroon na ng, gagawin naman ito ng kaibigan ko. Hindi naman niya kami pababayaan, which is very wrong, no? Hindi dapat ganun. Now, if you are conducting research, you should be active. Hindi lagi tayo naka-offline. Ay, kayo na yung gumawa niyan kasi kaya nyo na yan. Ako'y may gagawin lang. Kayo na ang bahala diyan, no? Hindi po pwede yung ganon. Next, letter R for resourceful. Resourceful in a way na dito kasi hindi talaga naman siya ituturo sa inyong lahat. And may mga instances din, na may mga instances din na meron tayo na means of pagkakaroon ng halimbawa, sige, ito yung mga variables, etc., etc. Hindi pwede na palaging, ma'am, paano po kaya ito? You should conduct research. Be resourceful. Ma'am, paano po kaya yun? Wala po kasi nung mga study and literature sa library. Anong gagawin mo? Of course, humanap ng iba. Pwedeng pumunta sa ibang mga library para doon mag-conduct ng research or para doon magbasa para makakita ng mas marami pang available resources for you to become a resourceful. C for creative. Dapat maging creative kayo. Halimbawa, lalo't higit dun sa inyong magiging output. Now, yung output ninyo, napakahalaga niyan. na mas nagiging isang maganda ang research kung meron kayong ipinapakita na output. Kung meron kayong nagawa na output na makakabago ng issues in a community, in a in an organization. Ano? And next is, for H is the honest. Yan. Be honest. Hindi pwedeng imina-manipulate ninyo yung result ninyo. Hindi pwede na kayo ay nagkakaroon no, or sinasabi natin na, ay kasi pag ito'y naging failed, baka mag-fail din kami sa research subject. No, hindi po ganun. Be honest kung ano yung sinagutan sa survey, kung ano yung sinagot ng inyong ng mga respondents, so be it. Yun ang sinagot nila, wala tayong magagawa. Yun yung naging result ng study ninyo, wala tayong magagawa. Pag sinabi nila na yung study ninyo ay hindi nakakatulong, ay di hindi siya nakakatulong, 'di ba? Next is economical. O, ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Pag sinabi natin economical, di yung research should be not expensive. Hindi tayo gumagamit or hindi tayo nagkakaroon o gumagastos ng sobrang mahal sa inyong research. And the last one and the most important is being religious. Pag sinabi nating religious, ito yung, syempre, sabi nga nila, di ba, nasa tao ang gawa, nasa Diyos ang awa. Pero hindi naman pwede na kayo ay dasal ng dasal lamang. Ay, kadasal nga kayo ng dasal, wala naman kayong ginagawa sa inyong study. Ano ba yan? Mabubuo ba yan? Kung hindi nyo naman siya pina-perform, di ba? Hindi naman. Mabubuo ba ang inyong research kung hindi nyo siya pinagtsatsaga ang gawin? Na kayo ay nagdadasal lamang. Ang guide ng Panginoon ay para lamang bigyan kayo ng knowledge, bigyan kayo ng malinaw na isip, pero nasa inyo pa ring effort para kayo ay matapos diyan sa pagkakandak ninyo ng research. Ganun din halimbawa pag kayo ay magmamak defense na or pre-oral defense or yung inyo pong mga sabi nga natin ay final defense, kailangan pa rin natin ng guide ni Lord. Kasi para mas maganda, smooth sailing lang yung mga presentation ninyo. Okay? Do you have any question with the different qualities of a good researcher? If none, so let us move on. Now, moving on with the research problem. Kasi class, minding you that the research problem is the heart of your research. Dito, diyan natin nakikita, ang mga different kinds of difficulty, either in theoretical or in practical character, which an individual or organization is experiences, and want to obtain a solution for the same. Kasi yun yung research problem, dyan tayo nagkakaroon ng idea na, ito yung problema, kailangan natin itong bigyan ng solusyon. Halimbawa, dito sa Sariaya, ang isa sa problema nga, sabi ko kanina, ay yung traffic. Traffic sa umaga from 6:30 up to 7:30 or 8 in the morning. So, ano yung gagawin natin para siya ay yun ang problem. So, we have to conduct a research para malaman natin kung paano siya magagawan ng solusyon. And there are a number of elements or components which a problem must have before it becomes a research problem and ready for the study. So, since ang sabi nga natin ay ang research ay heart of research problem ay heart of your research, ibig sabihin, ay kailangan natin talaga na malaman yung mga iba't ibang klase ng variables. O na-identify niyo yung problem. O look for the different variables na kailangan ninyong gawin. So, yung mga variables ay sa mga susunod natin siya i-discuss. So, sabi natin, meron tayong iba't ibang types of research problems. It could be a theoretical. Pag sinabi natin theoretical, that focuses on addressing gaps in existing knowledge or contradiction within established theories. May mga contradiction. Sabi ninyo, parang yung cognitive theory ay hindi siya ah, nag nag nagja-jibe dun sa constructivist natin. So may mga ganun yung mga theory kaya siya ay theoretical. We also have the applied research problems. It aims to find practical solution to specific real-world challenges. Kasi sabi nga natin ay applied research, or research problem. We also have action, yan, which concentrates on solving immediate localized problems within a specific organization or community. So, paano ba tayo mag-identify and mag-formulate ng isang research problem? Teka nga, baka ito'y kasama dito. Yan. So these are the guidelines in the selection of research topic or problems. Number one, the research problem or topic must be chosen by the researcher himself. Hindi kasi po pwede na kami talaga ang magbigay sa inyo. You should be the one to discover. You should be the one to know your research problem. It's because ang research problem, sabi ko nga, ang pagkakandak ng research ay yun yung sa interest talaga ninyo. So, ibig sabihin niyan ay para maiwasan natin yung blaming of others or offering excuses for any obstacles that you have been encountered. Kasi nga naman, kapag kaganyan na kayo naman ang pumili, ay sasabihin namin, ay sino bang pumili niyan? Sino bang may gusto niyan? Kaya hindi kami po talaga basta-basta nagbibigay ng mga research topic or research problem. It's because baka kami ang balikan. Sabihin, kasi ma'am, binigay nyo naman yan sa amin, hindi naman pala namin yan kayang gawin. So, napakahirap nung ganun na kami yung masisisi at the end of the day. Next, it must be within the interest of the researcher. O kagaya ninyo, halimbawa, itong mga psychology, o edi tungkol sa mga about sa psychology, tungkol sa mga behavior, tungkol sa mga anong tawag dito, pag-aaral ng ng mga individual kagaya ng LGBT. So, yung mga ganun. Sa business, kunyari, sa BSBA, meron tayo nung mga tungkol sa mga small and medium enterprises. Sa businesses na pwedeng itayo dito sa Sariaya. Okay, halimbawa din naman yun sa mga hospitality o yun sa mga resort. Ano pa yung mga magagandang puntahan sa sa Sariaya. So, from the bigger point of view of the or broad topic na-identify ninyo yung general area of study such as halimbawa educational, the technology or environmental sustainability. Siya ay kumbaga from the bigger point of view from general topic, ito ay ating paliliitin hanggang sa siya ay maging specific. Now, it must be within the specialization of the researcher. O halimbawa, alangan naman yung mga IT. Ang gawin nila ay pang-business. Although, pwede yun. Kasi ang gagawin nila yung system ng mga nasa business. Yan. Pero, kumbaga, halimbawa, mga psychology. Aaralin nila yung mga attitudes and behavior of the BSIT student. Bakit kaya yung mga BSIT student ay masyadong timid, masyado silang shy, hindi sila masyadong nakikipag-usap sa mga tao, anong meron? So, that's the problem. So, dahil siya ay general, ay di hahanap tayo yung broad topic niya ay gagawin nating specific. So, that is within the specialization of the researcher. O kunyari, BA or mga business. Ay di syempre alangan naman, business tapos ang iyong pupuntahan ay pwede din naman halimbawa hospital. Kasi ang hospital naman business din naman. Wag lang sa mga public hospital kasi pag sinabi natin public hospital, ay syempre yun naman ay mga it is government owned, ay hindi naman talaga sila yung para kumita. Sila ay to serve and protect. Halimbawa, gustong aralin ng mga BA ang mga pulis. Hindi naman pwede, malayo. Pwede halimbawa yung mga pulis na nagkakaroon ng business. Yan, yun yung mga or kaya naman halimbawa sa mga tourism. Hindi naman puwedeng sa kanila ay kunyari ang kanilang study is about a hospital. Siyempre napakalayo. So, doon sa specialization niyo lang, 'wag kayong lalayo do'n sa specialization ninyo. And this will in some way make the work easier para sa inyo kasi 'yun yung interest ninyo, 'yun yung specialization ninyo. And alam ninyo, you are working in a familiar grounds. It must be within the competence of the researcher to tackle. 'Yan. Yun yung nasa wavelength niyo lang, yung competence ninyo, yun nandun lang kayo within your competence. It must be within the ability of the researcher to finance. Gusto niyo ng isang magandang research, hindi niyo naman kayang i-finance dahil sabi ninyo mahirap lang. Kami po kasi ay mga working student, hindi po namin kayang tugunan yung aming research. Kaya you have to choose as a title or a research problem na siya ay kumbaga ay hindi naman hindi kasi 'di ba sabi natin being a researcher is economical. Ay dapat papasok din or mai-incorporate din natin siya dito sa ability of the researcher to finance. It is researchable and manageable. Number one, letter A, data is accessible and available. Kailangan kasi, halimbawa, pag nagpili tayo ng topic, dapat available yung data. Or kapag tayo ay may client, dapat na ibibigay nila sa atin yung data na kailangan natin. Na-access natin, hindi ipinagdadamot sa atin. Next, the data must meet the standard of accuracy, objectivity, and verifiability. And also, answers to the specific questions can be found. Kailangan ay, kumbaga, may mga tanong kayo pero hindi naman maibigay sa inyo ang kasagutan. So, ang hirap nung ganun. Ano? The hypothesis, if possible, formulated are testable. That is, they can be accepted or rejected. Letter E, equipments and instruments for research are available and can give a valid and reliable result. So, lalong higit kapag kayo ay naandun na sa tinatawag natin na, ano nga ito, yung statistical treatment. So, dapat reliable yung result na makuha ninyo. Number 7, it can be completed within a reasonable period of time unless it is longitudinal research which takes a long time for completion. Depende eh. Since meron tayong timeline para dito, so hindi siya longitude, hindi siya mahaba. Maiksing panahon lamang yung ipagkakandak ninyo ng research. Kaya naman, dun sa mga deliverables na kailangan ninyong gawin, ay kailangan ay meron kayong mga deliverables na ma-submit on time para tayo ay hindi, kumbaga, sumusuway sa ating timeline. Number 8, it is significant, important, and relevant to the present time and situation. Lalo't higit sa panahon ngayon, ano yung iisipin natin, ano yung relevant? Ano yung napapanahon? Ang dami-dami ng issues and concern ngayong mga panahong ito, lalo't higit halimbawa sa gasolina, 'di ba? Ano ang impact ng pagtaas ng gasolina sa mga mental health ng mga drivers and yung mga car owners? Yan. So, alamin natin ano yung importance, ano yung relevance. Ito ba ay timely? Yung situation ba ay of current interest? So, yun din yung isa sa ating kailangan na mai-consider kung tayo po ay magkakaroon or magkakandak ng mapipili ng inyong mga research topic. Okay? Number 9, results are practical and implementable. O kailangan kasi talaga naman na i-implement. Kaya mas maganda na kapag kayo ay nagkandak ng research, iisip din kayo ano ba yung magandang output para dito. Ano ba yung magandang end product para dito sa research na nakandak ninyo. Ano? It also requires original, critical, and reflective thinking to solve it. Hindi pwede na tayo ay basta copy and paste lamang. It must be original. Kailangan nagre-reflect. reflective siya para ma-solve yung certain problem na ini-offer natin. It can be delimited to suit the resources of researcher, but big or large enough to be able to give significant, valid, and reliable result and generalizations. Yan. Doon sa discussion natin, lalo yun sa mga result natin, dapat reliable. It must contribute to the national development goals for the improvement of quality of human life. Actually, dapat no, may dun sa ating research guidelines, dapat siya ay naka-anchor dun sa Sustainable Development Goals. I think there are 15 Sustainable Development Goals. Mas maganda na naka-anchor siya doon. Para that will improve the quality of life. It must contribute to the fund of human knowledge. It must contribute to new knowledge. It must also show up or pave the way for the solution of the problem or problems intended to be solved. Hindi pwede na yun yung sinusolve mo na problem pero hindi naman yun yung problem na nasolve ninyo. Para kay pa at kayo ay gumawa ng inyong mga research. Hindi naman pala nasolve yung inyong problem. It must not undermine the moral and spiritual values of the people. Lalo't higit kaya nga yung mga religion pinapaiwas kung gawa ng mga or i-conduct yung research kasi medyo sensitive siya na information or sensitive yung yung topic na yun. Hindi pwede na ginagawan mo yung religion ng isang tao ng research unless yun yung religion mo at gusto mo talagang gawan siya ng mag-conduct ng research So hindi dapat niya nasasaklawan yung moral and spiritual values of that person. It must not advocate any change in the present order of things by means of violence, but by peaceful means. Hindi dapat walang mga violence na tayo ay nakakandak dyan or wala tayong kumbaga nade-deprive na tao, wala tayo na natatapakan na tao sa pagkakandak natin ng inyong research. There must be return of something for the researchers, like monetary, either increase in salary or publication of the results in which there are some kind of odd royalty. Maganda kasi may mga research na halimbawa nakanda kayo, maganda po kasi na siya ay merong funding. Halimbawa, ang kagandahan kasi sa IT, pwede silang makipag makipag-MOA, halimbawa sa DICT, sa DOST, kasi sila ay kumbaga more on innovation based. So yun yung binibigyan nila yun ng funding. Pwede rin naman halimbawa ang psychology top sa mga anong tawag sa DOST or sa mga yung tungkol sa mga psychologist. Sa mga BA, yung mga siguro ang BA kasi baka pwedeng mabigyan ng funding yung mga sa yung sa commerce baka may mga gano'n na nagbibigay ng fund for a research. Maganda yun kung halimbawa at na-return yung pagod ninyo with the monetary. Letter V, advancement of position or promotion. Balikan ko lang ito, no? Kailangan kayo bilang mga estudyante, right after na ninyo makandak yung research at kumbaga napili kayo na isa sa pinakamagandang na conduct na research, ibig sabihin po ay kailangan ninyo siyang ma-publish. Meron na tayong published research ng IT at isang book type ng IT. Meron na rin na nakapag-published from psychology. Ang BA ay wala pa akong nakikita na nakapag-publish. Meron ng isa sa HM, pero ang TM ay wala pa. Now, kaya naman ang ating goal ngayon is makapag-create kayo, makapagkanta kayo ng research at mai-publish siya in any publication, whether it could be a international or local presentation. Next, Improve specialization, competence, and skills. Yan. Kasi syempre, pag nagkakanta kayo ng research, nai-improve din yung inyong tinatawag na specialization. It also enhance prestige and reputation. Kasi, di ba, kapag may na-publish kayo ng research, it is your honor to, na, ay, oh, pag nag-search ako, nag-type ako sa ano kay Google, ay, pag tinype ko yung pangalan ko, lumalabas yung pangalan ko na meron akong naka-publish na research. Ano? Yan. Satisfaction of intellectual curiosity and interest. And of course, there must be consideration of hazards involved, either a physical, social, and legal. Now, paano ba tayo talaga susulat ng isang research problem? Pero bago 'yan, para po tayo ay makapaggawa ng isang research problem or makagawa ng research problem, makapag-formulate ng isa, we have to read different no. Number one kasi 'di ba yung sabi natin, explore a broad topic. Yun muna, no? And after that, review of related literature and studies, napakahalaga niyan na kayo ay talagang nagbasa. Kasi kinakailangan for you to be able to establish your research problem, kinakailangan na kayo ay nagbasa ng marami. Hindi lang ng isa, pero ng iba't ibang mga review of related studies and literature, and you analyze existing studies to find unexplored ideas, conflicting findings, or practical difficulties that need solving. And then after that, idadraft na ninyo yung inyong problem statement. So when you are going to draft the problem statement, kinakailangan po na you find unexplored areas, conflicting findings, or practical difficulties that need solving. Yan. So, kapag kayo po ay nakapag-craft na, okay? Kapag nakapag-craft na, kinakailangan po na or nakapag-draft ng problem statement, doon na po kayo magde-develop ng inyong mga research questions. You break down the core problem into focused, answerable questions that will guide your methodology and your data collection. Now, paano nga ba kayo susulat ng isang research problem? Kinakailangan siya ay specific and clear. We are using the SMART way. Yung SMART. Ano nga ba yung SMART? Pag sinabi nating SMART, ano ito? So, we have specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So, the research problem would always be in a SMART way. Kaya sabi dito, kailangan na tayo ay maging specific. Yan. And clear. This should be framed in a clear and concise manner. Paano malalaman natin or paano natin yun magagawa? Through the use of the different or through the help of the different review of related studies and literature. It should be specific to guide enough your research but broad enough to allow for a meaningful investigation. Hindi naman sobrang specific kasi pag sobrang specific, para pa at tayo ay magkakaroon pa ng research or magkakandak ng research. No? Ensure feasibility. Consider yung mga resources ninyo, yung mga constraints if they are really available when formulating the research problem. And in making sure class then na you ensure feasible to address the problems within the scope of the study. Align your research goals. The research problem should align with the overall goals and objectives of your study, and it should be directly related to the research question you intended to answer. Kasi from the time being, kailangan ninyo makapaglagay na na mga research questions ninyo. Hindi lang po yung sinasabi natin dito or hindi lang po yung kung paano ninyo na-build yung inyong mga research problem. Now, sabi nga natin that a research problem is a statement Okay? Oh, about the area of concern, a condition that needs to be improved, a difficulty to be eliminated, or a troubling question that exists in a different scholarly literature, in theory, or in practice that points the need to be meaningful understanding and deliberate investigation. Hindi siya basta hinuhulaan lang. Hindi siya basta yung naisip nyo lang. Kaya nga, I would suggest na talagang kailangan yung magbasa, magbasa at magbasa. Hindi pwedeng kayo ay nanghuhula lamang dito. Now, uh, in some social science discipline, the research problem is typically posed in the form of question. Kagaya halimbawa ng a research problem does not state how to do something or offer a vague or broad proposition or present a value questions. Ano nga ba ang importance? Nandito ba yon? So, hindi wala pala Anong importance ng research problem? So, that introduces the reader to the importance of the topic being studied. It also places problem into a particular context and provide framework for reporting the results. So, paano pa natin isusulat yung ating research problem? You have to select certain topic. Your first step is writing a research problem to select a specific topic of interest within your field. So, paulit-ulit tayo dito na sinasabi natin ay yung atin pong research interest or yung interest po natin. Hindi kasi pwede na gumagawa tayo ng research nang hindi naman tungkol sa inyong interest yung ginagawa ninyo. It's because kapag hindi nyo na yan talaga interest, ay tatama rin na kayong gawin ang bagay na iyan. Kaya dapat ay naandun pa rin dun sa inyong field of interest or yung, nasan ba yung aking mouse? Ayan yung inyong interest with your field of study. So this topic should be relevant and meaningful and have the potential to contribute to the existing knowledge. O paulit-ulit tayo, kailangan ay may contribution siya dun sa existing knowledge. At napakahalaga nito. Baka kasi naman gumawa kayo na or magkanda kayo ng research na hindi naman pala makapag-contribute to the existing body of knowledge. Yan, napakahalaga nito. Conduct a literature review. Kanina nabanggit ko na din yan. Na kailangan natin, na mag-formulate ng research problem through the literature review. Kailangan nyo kasi talagang magbasa. Hindi lang ng isang research, hindi lang ng dalawa, ng tatlong mga study, ng tatlong literature, but rather as many as you can. Kasi from then, makakabuo kayo, makaka-build kayo ng inyong, you will understand the current state of the research on your chosen topic. And this will help you identify ano yung gaps talaga. Ano yung controversies, ano yung areas that needs to be further exploration. Now, to identify the research gap, based on your literature review, it pinpoint the specific gap or problems that your research aims to address. So this gap should be something that has not been adequately studied or resolved in the previous research. Now, ito yung isa sa pinaka-importante din, panggagawa ng research title. Ang dami nating mga research title na ginagawa na kumbaga ay parang hindi naman siya umaayon dun sa pangangailangan or dun sa ating research title. Now, a research title plays a crucial role in the research process and its importance can be summarized as follows. Ano-ano yun? Number 1, yan. Bakit nga ba nagmamatter yung title? Kagaya nito. I have here 4 titles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yung number 1 ay may description. Benefits of meditation for the nursing profession, a quantitative investigation. May ganyan. So, itong topic na to ay may method of the study. Pero, hindi siya ganun kakatchy yung title. Ano? Next. Next is what we call itong isa. Ito naman yung kanyang ginawa. Why mindful nurses make the best communicators. Itong number 2 na topic na to or title, nakalagay dito ay it partly describes the topic but does not give any information about the method of the study. And it could simply be a theoretical or opinion piece. So medyo na nakakaano na ba kayo kung ano dapat ang nakalaman sa ating research title? Yan. Ito naman, medyo catchy siya ng kaunti, yung number 3, the meditation guru. Ito, pinapakita sa atin yung catchy siya pero wala siyang ganong information na makikita dun sa title or about the article. Ito, yung number 4 may be the good one. It's because yung number 4 ay ipinapakita, siya ay catchy. Yung main title ay catchy and it is followed by ito yung kanyang subtitle that gives information, ano yung method na ginamit, ano yung content, yan, at ano yung ginagawa ng solution. Okay? So, focus on identifying your variables and keeping it short, yan, and include essential keywords without using abbreviation or full sentence. Kung gusto niyo mag-abbreviate, kinakailangan siya ay naka-define. Pero sa title, much better na siya ay naka full yung sentence na ating gagamitin. Yan. So, what are the characteristics of a good research title? Number 1, it should predict, according sa mga rhetoric scholars na si Hairston and Keane, the good research title should predict the content of the research paper. Pag binasa ko yung title, alam ko na yung parang content ng research paper. Pag binasa ko yung title, parang siya ay gusto ko siyang basahin yung mga kasunod kasi na-awaken yung interest ko. At pag binasa ko yung title, dapat ay nagre-reflect yung tone of writing. Since we are conducting a research, it must be in a formal tone. And it should contain important keywords that will make easier to be located during the keyword search. Okay? Now, tingnan natin ito. Benefits of meditation for the nursing profession. So, tingnan natin ito. Meron siyang checklist. Does it predict the content? Is it interesting? Is it reflecting the tone? Or there are important keywords? Kung titingnan natin yung unang title natin na inilagay, yung 1 and 4 lang yung kanyang na fulfill. Ito namang second title natin, yung number 2 and number 3 lang ang kanyang na-fulfill. Itong meditation guru, ito lang yung na-fulfill niya. Interesting lang siya kasi nga catchy. So, yung number 4, kung titingnan natin, ito naman yung kanyang mga na-fulfill. O lahat na-fulfill po niya. So, ibig sabihin, these are the tips for writing an effective research paper. Number 1, make sure your research title describe the topic, the method, the sample, and the result of your study. And you can use the formula. Ito yun. Yung sinasabi natin na result, method, topic, and among yan. Ito yun. Meditation makes nurses perform better. A qualitative study of mindfulness, meditation among German nursing students. Kaya lamang, kailangan nating, yan, ito yun, avoid unnecessary words and jargons. Keep the title statement as concise as possible, and you want a little title that will be comprehensible even for the people who are not expert in your field. And check out articles for detailed lists of things to avoid when writing an effective research title. And make sure your title is between the 5 to 15 words in length only. Ganun lang siya kaunti. A maximum of 15. Kasi kapag yan ay ini-upload natin or atin yang inilaban sa mga research conferences, ay 15 words lang din ang haba ng inyong research title. Hindi pwedeng lumampas doon. Ano? Next po, if you are writing a title for a university assignment or for a particular academic journal, verify your title conforms to the standard and requirements for that outlet. Halimbawa, many journals require that titles fall under character limit, including spaces. So, dun sa character limit, yung space kasama na pala dun sa 15. So, medyo tayo ay magkakaroon ng problema doon. And some universities require that titles take a specific form, limiting your creativity. Okay? Next, use a descriptive phrase to convey the purpose of your research efficiency. Lagi niyong tatandaan, 5 to 15 words only. At yun ay nakalagay lang doon, ay kasama doon yung ano yung problem, ano yung method na ginamit, ano yung solution, at ano yung naging sagot. So, kapag binasa natin or ano yung naging result, kaya pag binasa natin, yung atin pong research title, alam natin kung ano yung nangyayari dun sa mismong papel. Now, typically, the final title that you submit sa inyong mga halimbawa, sa akin or sa inyong mga advisor, should be created after the research. Actually, yun nga dapat talaga eh. Ang research title ay kinakailangan na magawa after ninyong magawa yung chapters 1 to 5. Kaya nga po, sa inyo pong title defense, may title defense po tayo ha. Sa inyong title defense, pero wala po yung bayad. Bawal pong maningil sa inyo ang inyong mga advisor ng title defense fee. Wala po yun. Hindi dapat natin siya babayaran. Ang binabayaran lang po natin dito ay yung research fee for pre-oral at research fee for the final defense. So, dalawa po ang babayaran natin. Isa ngayong first semester at isa sa second semester. So, ito, ang gagawin natin, para tayo makasunod, kasi nga ay dapat ang research title ay pagkatapos nating gawin, yung inyong study. Doon pa lang tayo magka-come up ng isang research title. Pero since nangangailangan na ng research title, pag kayo po ay sa title defense, ayan, meron kayo nung introduction, meron kayo nung sabi ay method na gagamitin, ano yung gagamitin ninyo, anong research design ang gagamitin ninyo. And with that, makakabuo tayo ng isang research title ninyo. Kaya naman, sa research, sa inyong title validation, meron na din yang, or meron na kayo ng review of related literature and studies na, kumbaga, na magbibigay ng, na serve as your proof na ito yung mga study na meron. Kaya dito nag-come up kami ng ganitong title. And of course, kailangan ninyong tandaan na pwede pang mabago ang title as you go along. Hindi siya pwedeng when you have the title validation, yun na yung title ninyo until the end of final defense. No, nababago yan sa pre-oral defense. At kapag siya ay nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa final defense, ay kapag meron kayong halimbawa na nakapagkanda kayo and all, abay, pwede pa rin siyang mabago ng inyong mga panel. Okay? At ang mga reminder yung mga panel po ninyo ay hindi po basta-basta. It increases the discoverability of your title. To wrap it up, capstone or research can help the student to be involved in the community through the conceptualization of a feasible project that can cater the needs of the community or help solve a particular problem. Again, let us focus on the bold letter or bold sentence in this presentation. Cater to the needs of the community or help solve a particular problem. And always bear in mind, what you do today can change all the tomorrows of your life. Now, before we move on or before we end up, kailangan ko muna pong ma-discuss pala sa inyo ito pong ating timeline. Although this is not yet final, it's because siya ay ating ipapa-approve pa po siya. Pero this is just for a proposal, na nagkaroon tayo ng orientation, group creation ngayong 20 July. Topic or title creation ngayon din siyang July, magbe-brainstorm kayo ng inyong mga research topic. Nakapagbigay kayo ng research topic, pero gagawa pa rin kayo ng research title. You are going to search for the review of related studies and literature for you to be able to have the initial statement of the problem based on the RRL and your research title. So, hanggang August na yan. Pero, ngayong August din, you will be creating or searching your research advisor or selecting pala your research advisor. And, pag nakapag-select na kayo ng inyong research advisor, you will have, yan, to craft your chapter 1 and 2. So, kailangan nyo makaproduce ng chapter 1 and 2 ngayong August 2026. Well, by the way, we'll be discussing the chapter 1 on the next meeting, or I'll be sending you the video presentation para doon ninyo papanoorin kung paano natin gagawin ang chapter 1 and 2. And by the way, we have the templates, na gagamitin ninyo. Halimbawa, kapag magkakanta kayo ng inyong mag-i-interview, meron tayong template for the letter. May template din tayo na para sa inyong iba't ibang chapter na gagamitin. Now, ngayon ding August, yung inyong title evaluation and validation. Kaya we have to be very quick in doing or in conducting your review of related studies and literature for you to be able to come up with your final title. You will be finalizing your working title for a research or a capstone with your research advisor. Kaya nga, lagi kong sinasabi, you maximize your research advisor. The research advisor will be coming from the pool of advisor na ilalabas namin sa inyo kapag na-approve na yung list of advisors. Hindi po pwedeng kayo ay kukuha sa labas. Kung kukuha na sa labas, ay kailangan po ay approved namin, ng Dean at ng Vice President for Research and Innovation. So, kailangan pa-aprubahan iyan. Kaya kami ay maglalabas na ng pool of advisors. Anyway, kayo naman po ang mamimili ng inyong research advisor, hindi po kami. Ilalabas lang po namin ang kanilang credentials, kung anong mga natapos nila, kung anong mga specialization nila, at kapag nakita nyo na at yun ang inyong napusuan, ay susulat kayo. May template din yan, na you are applying for the advisee, being the advisee of that advisor. Okay? Next, ay sa September, ay yung revised chapter 1 and 2. Yan, hanggang September. Pero this is just again, kaya siya ay nakaganyan at nakakulay red. It's because that is just a proposal. We'll be having your simultaneous pre-oral defense on October 2026. So, ito ay upon approval pa. Of course, kailangan natin ng mga panel, advisors, honorarium. Again, kaya nga sabi ko, you have to utilize your advisors. It's because meron po kayong babayaran na research fee. And the research fee will be announced kung magkano kapag na-approve na po yung research fee na atin pong ipapa-approve sa admin. You will be paying your research fee doon sa atin pong finance, and make sure 1 week before your pre-oral defense ay nakapagbayad na po kayo ng inyong mga research fee. Again, baka po mamaya sabihin na hindi naman po sinabi ni Doc Myra na kailangan naming magbayad. Ang wala pong bayad ay yung title validation ito. Hindi nyo kailangang magbayad, hindi kayo dapat sisingilin dyan ng inyong mga advisor. Ang babayaran nyo lang ay itong pre-oral defense, yan, na may mga panel talaga tayo na i-invite, na hindi basta-basta panel, at sila po ang magki-criticize ng inyong chapter 1 and 2, so that is just a proposal. Okay. And after that, hindi po pwedeng kayo ay right after ninyong makapag pre-oral on November 2026 to February 2027, you will be creating the full manuscript, the data gathering, the treatment of data, at yan ay mangyayari sa mga panahong ito na naka-highlight sa atin. Para magkaroon kayo ng isang full manuscript. A mock presentation should be conducted by your research advisor for us to be able to assess if you are ready to have the final presentation. That will be on the 2nd week of February. And for the final oral defense, ayan, magbabayad po ulit kayo ng inyong research fee. It is set on March 2027. Again, that is just a proposal. We do not know yet kung yan po yung magiging final talaga. You will have again the advisor's honorarium and the panel fee and other related expenses dito. Pero remember, aking pong i-reiterate na yung mga research fee hindi po diyan kasama, hindi kasama yung printing of your manuscript, hindi kasama diyan yung inyong mga hardbound and all, hindi po. Yan po ay may breakdown po yung inyong research fee na yan. At yun nga, yung advisor's fee, medyo mahal-mahal po yung advisor's fee. Kaya i-utilize ninyo yung inyong mga magiging advisor. Wag pong hindi kayo magpapakonsult sa kanila. From time to time kayo ay magpakonsult. Kasi again, manggagaling po sa inyo ang magpambayad ninyo ng inyong ng ating research. Sa inyo magbabayad. Kayo ang magbabayad. Babayaran ninyo ang inyong mga advisor. Imagine ninyo may mga advisor ako na nakausap, isang beses lang daw talaga nagpa-consult sa kanila yung estudyante. From time to time naman daw sila yung nagme-message. Hindi nagpapa-consult. At kung kailan magpi-pre-oral o magfa-final defense ay saka pa lamang nagpapa-consult sa kanilang mga advisor. Aba, di kawawa naman kayo. Kasi sa kanino maggagaling ang bayad, di ba't sa inyo? Kayo ang nanggaling sa bulsa ninyo yung pambayad, pero hindi ninyo minamaximize yung inyong research advisor. Okay? So, yung mga PowerPoint na gagamitin, manggagaling po sa akin ng template. Yung template ng chapter 1 and 2 ay sa akin din manggagaling. At yung pre-oral at final oral ay sa akin po manggagaling ang PowerPoint. You will have the revision matrix. Isa nga pala. Dito sa inyong pre-oral, meron po kayong revision matrix, revision form na kailangang gawin. At siya po ay, kumbaga ay, akin din pong ibibigay sa inyo. Now, next. So, you will have, after the final defense or final oral defense, kailangan nyo makasubmit ng manuscript sa isang international research conference that will be on April 2027. At kailangan naming makita na yung abstract ninyo ay natanggap. Pagkatapos ay manuscript and software revision for the IT para sa software and manuscript for all courses. ID ito naman ay sa third week of April. So, kailangan na revise ninyo yung inyong software and yung system ninyo and yung manuscript. And there will be a research conference that is set on the fourth week of April. Yung makukuha po na mga best research for each group or for each academic courses ay sila po ang maglalaban-laban para sa ating research conference. Kaya medyo pinaaga po natin at ginawang fourth week of April. And then after that, magkakaroon kayo ng grammar checking. That will be on the fourth week pa rin of April. Kaya lamang po, the grammar checking will be, mayroon tayong internal grammarian, yung school grammarian. Magpapacheck po kayo doon. Kaya lang po ay separate pay po siya from yung atin pong ginawa or binigay ninyo na research fee. Hindi po kasama doon sa research fee na inyong binayaran. Okay? Kaya kailangan nyo talagang maging matipid. May Turnitin din po tayo wherein we are going to define the different similarity index, and it should be 20% or lower ang similarity index or yung originality index na sinasabi. And for AI ay zero AI generated dapat. Dapat ay walang AI na makita. Diyan po tayo nagpapaulit-ulit. Nung nakaraang taon, 10 beses po nagpare-run doon sa kakilala namin. Yung isang grupo dahil ang kanilang AI generated report ay may 80, may 90 at mayroong 95. Although, doon sila nagtagal. At may bayad po yun. Pero doon sa kakilala po namin, ay syempre, isang bayad lang po siya, unlimited run na po siya. Pero ito, doon sa Turnitin, ay hindi naman po ako nagre-refer lang ako kung kanino. Pero kung may kakilala kayo na mas mura, ay di doon kayo para kayo ay makatipid. Yun naman ay isa end pa. And then hardbound finalization of complete manuscript to be submitted or ay to be done or conducted on the second week of May, pagpapa-hardbound. So 1 week lang naman yan or minsan nga araw lang. Pagkatapos nun, yung third week of May, you should submit your hardbound. Kasi ang tagal magsipag-revise ng mga estudyante. Kaya ang hardbound nitong nakaraan ay malapit na ang graduation, isang linggo na lang ang graduation na, ay bago pa lamang nagsisipag pa hardbound. Sana hindi na mangyari sa atin ngayon yung mga ganong bagay. Okay po? Is there any question? Now, meron lamang po pala ako na iaano sa inyo. Yan. Ito yung sinasabi ko na Sustainable Development Goals. At dito dapat naka-align sa research agenda yung inyong mga researches na ginawa. Yan. And akin lang pong i-stress out, student researcher shall undertake 3 research presentation, the title validation, the pre-oral defense, and the final defense. No fees shall be collected from student researchers during the title validation. For the pre-oral defense and final defense, the researcher shall settle the prescribed fees on or before the scheduled presentation. By the way, kung ang halimbawa at ang inyong presentation ay ang inyong anong tawag dito? Ang inyong presentation kunyari ay ano nga bang nakalagay din ang inyong presentation ay ito, yung pre-oral, kailangan ay halimbawa October. Kung yan ay October, let's say na-approve tayo ay October 17 at 18, kunyari lang. So, dapat before October 17, October 10, nakasubmit na sa amin ang inyong mga manuscript. Now, next, ano pa yung dito? We have, yung fees ay hindi pa natin sigurado. Yan, 1 week prior to the scheduled defense. So this shall provide the panel members with sufficient time to thoroughly review and reevaluate the manuscript before conducting the oral defense. Yan. Ano pa, naka-IMRAD po tayo kaya tayo po ay hanggang chapter 4 lamang. Ngayon, meron ako dito eh. Yan. The proponents are required to personally present their research or capstone project before the duly constituted technical panel of experts during the final defense and pre-oral defense. Now, ma'am, may mga ganun eh. Sa pre-oral, hindi dumating kasi na ospital. O, ay di kapag ka ganun, nakalagay dito ha, failure of any proponent or researcher to appear and present in person without a valid or justifiable reason shall constitute a failure in a research or capstone. Lalakihan ko na nga ito para makita natin na kailangan na kayo ay mag-failed kapag hindi kayo nakapag-present without a valid reason. Pwede naman, halimbawa, kung hindi talaga kaya ng face-to-face at may valid reason at may unavoidable circumstances, kagaya ng may sakit or other meritorious reason, you should submit appropriate supporting documents kagaya ng medical certificate and other relevant proof. So, upon approval, kayo po ay pwede naman, na magpa-schedule or pwede naman kayo na magpa-online platform yan. Habang yung mga klase ninyo ay nasa online, nasa face-to-face, kayo ay naka-online, nagpe-present pa din. Ngayon, kung life and death na ang inyo talagang at hindi talaga kaya, pwede naman, kasi pwede naman tayo if the proponent fails to appear during the scheduled pre-oral defense or final defense, whether through in-person or approved online platform, kailangan yung magkaroon ng written request for rescheduling the redefense. Magpapa-redefense. Subject for the approval of the research coordinator, the dean, and ang atin pong Vice President for Research and Innovation. You are responsible for paying the applicable rescheduled redefense fee. Yan, magbabayad kayo kasi syempre, yung binayad natin before, syempre yun ay kumbaga ay dahil naka-schedule siya, lahat ng panel nandun. Kaya nga yan sabay-sabay ay dahil aabalahin natin sila ng ibang araw, kaya naman magkakaroon tayo ng rescheduled redefense fee, including the honoraria ng ating panel member and other approved expenses. In case yan, na gusto naman ninyong magpa-reopen, kunyari, hindi kayo nakapag-research 1, at gusto niyo magpa-reopen, nung course, after receiving a failing grade, yan, nagkaroon kayo ng failing grade. Ito ay for approval pa. Ibig sabihin ay hindi pa ito sigurado kung talagang papayagan. Pero ito yung naka-proposal pa lang. Dahil nag-lapse na siya or nag-failed, ay kailangan yung magpa-reopen ng subject. Ito po ang inyong babayaran. O, ayan. 15,000 for the reopening of fee ng subject na yon. Special honorarium for the panel member which is 1,000 or 1,500. Depende kung siya po ay doktor. Research advisor honorarium na 4,000. At panel member meals and related expenses, mura pa nga ito, 3,000. So ito i-add ninyo, yan yung babayaran ninyo for the reopening ng subject. Dahil yan ay special fee, medyo mahal po ang bayad talaga. Or special, yan. Ngayon naman, the foregoing fees are intended to cover the administrative, academic, and operational costs associated with conducting a special or rescheduled defense outside the regular schedule established by the institution. If the panel issues, halimbawa, sa inyo pong pre-oral, kayo ay pinare-defense. Sa final oral, kayo ay redefense ang inyong remarks. reissues a redefense remark after the final defense due to the group's failure to satisfactorily meet the prescribed evaluation criteria, you shall be required to undergo a redefense on schedule determined by the research coordinator subject to the availability of the technical panel. Ma'am, may bayad po ba yun? Yes. Redefense fee, yan. The group shall pay the prescribed redefense fee. At yung prescribed redefense fee ay malalaman natin upon approval of this research guidelines. Okay po? May question ba doon? Kung wala na, nandito lahat yung after the final defense, the final research manuscript and undergo plagiarism and validation using Turnitin or equivalent plagiarism detection software. Yan po ay additional payment. Kayo po ang bahala dyan. May ire-refer kami pero hindi ko kayo ire-record na doon magpa-plagiarism. Bahala kayo. Kaya lamang ay kailangan makaabot kayo sa timeline. Dapat ay you may obtain the similarity index of not more than 20%. So, dapat ay 20% or lower. Okay? In addition, AI generated, pwedeng 5% or lower. Preferably, ayan, 0% ang inyong AI. So, yung cost ng plagiarism validation, Turnitin, or its equivalent is not included dun sa ating prescribed research fee. Hindi kasama dun sa research fee na binayaran ninyo. Babayaran nyo siya ng separate. Yung grammarian ninyo, babayaran nyo rin siya ng separate. At yung inyong mga magiging statistician ay babayaran nyo din siya ng separate. Hindi siya kasama dun sa inyong research fee. Ngayon, kapag sinabi ng ating admin na isama na, ay idadagdag natin siya dun sa inyong research fee. Kapag sinabi na idagdag na. Pero that is just a proposal. Ito pa lang ay proposal. So, ngayon pa lang ay para hindi na kami ang magko-collect at magbabayad dun sa inyong mga statistician na kuha. Yan. Yan, yung top 2 ng research or capstone group from the academic department ay so siya yung ilalaban natin, yung best research and second best research. Siya ang ilalaban at i-endorse natin para sa International Research Conference. Okay po? Do you have any question? Clarification? So lahat po ng mga nandito po ay atin pong ito po ay akin naman po itong ibibigay din sa inyo kapag po siya ay na-approve na. Anyway pala, ang inyo pong mga research advisor ay kailangan mag-submit sa akin ng recommendation for oral examination para malaman ko na talagang you are really parang prepared na for this research presentation or yung pre-oral or final oral defense. Do you have any question? So, as part of your research or as part of your deliverables, I want you to think of your research title. Depende sa inyo kung ano yung gagawin ninyo. Basta for as long as siya ay nagko-conform dun sa mga binanggit ko kanina kung paano mag-conduct ng research title. Pero before you conduct on the research title, kailangan nyo munang makapagbasa ng mga review of related studies and literature, makakuha kayo ng mga iba't ibang klase ng variables, at maintindihan ninyo ano ba yung ilalaman ko sa aking research title. Remember, ang research title component is on or depends on ano yung method, ano yung problem na sinusolusyonan, ano yung naging result. Yun, and 5 to 15 words only. Maximum na po yung 15 words. Wala pong, dapat po ay full siya or isang buo, hindi po pwedeng mag-abbreviate po tayo. Okay, do you have any question? Clarification?
Kung wala na, ito naman yung grammarian certificate natin na ito yung revision completion form at lahat ng po ito ay ibibigay ko po sa inyo. Ito yung ating rubrics for oral presentation. Yan. At ito na po yung guidelines natin for the research advisor. Again, ang research advisor ay manggagaling po sa amin. Kayo po ang pipili ng research advisor. Kapag siya po ay nailabas na, papipiliin ko po kayo ng mga research advisor at ilalagay nyo pa rin po doon sa link natin. But for the meantime, ang gagawin ninyo ay makapag-create kayo ng inyong sariling title based dun sa inyong mga nabasa. So, yun po yung inyong magiging, kumbaga ay inyo pong magiging assignment natin sa panahon ngayon. So, magbasa na po kayo ngayon, mag-isip kung anong magiging title nyo talaga. Hindi ko pa naman siya kukunin, pero kailangan makapag-ready po kayo. Kaya kailangan nyo pong mag-conduct na ng mga pagbabasa at malaman ano-ano pa ba yung mga kailangan nyong gawin. Okay po? If you don't have any question, ay di tayo po ay magdi-dismiss na muna. Pero before we dismiss, ay syempre ay tayo magkakaroon muna ng mga picture taking muna. So with that, I thank you so much po muna sa ating lahat.